Hello everyone, Chapter 7 Agriculture in Our Times. In this, we will learn about the activity of the village people of Venkatapuram. Here, the writer meets the three women who were working in the groundnut field and what conversation he had with them and other villages of Venkatapuram we will see in this chapter. And Venkatapuram village is located in Ranigunta Mandal in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh. It belongs to Rayalaseema region. And these women laborers were employed by the Ravi, who is a small farmer having 4 acres of land with a borewell, and he pays them the women laborers 200 to 130 per day and men's 200 to 250 per day, and he will employ mainly women for plugging the groundnut field and men for other work like uprooting groundnut plants, gathering bundles and carrying two bundles to a places, and whereas women are engaged only in plugging groundnut pods from the plant and the in government schemes, but here they will get these work only for a few weeks, and that is harvesting during harvesting season. And Ravi sow the seeds in the month of November and harvest the groundnuts in the month of February. So in the month of February they will get these works, these women laborers and men's, and in government employment scheme also they will get the these work only for a few weeks, and in these they will be get 150 per day, but there is no difference in the payment between men and women, and the remaining days they have to search for other works like loading and unloading of sand or bricks and construction works, which is not much work in villages, for which they have to migrate to other cities or towns where they will get more amount when compared to agricultural activities. They will go for non-agricultural work, and here also men will get more amount when compared to women's, and poor laborers face a lot of challenges in earning income to run their families, and women also spend a lot of time in their household works. And Padma said that all the essential food items, the price of which were rising, but their wages doesn't rise, and they will get only 100 to 150 rupees for plugging this groundnut, means in agricultural works. And there is also a difference between the payment between men and women, whereas men get more amount when compared to women, and they will get in government employment schemes also they will work for a few weeks, but there is a payment is same for both men and women, that is 150 per day, and for remaining year or remaining days they have to search for the work in non-agricultural activities like loading and unloading of sand and bricks and construction works, where they will get more amount when compared to agricultural work. Here also there is a difference in the payment where men get more when compared to women's, and women are also take care of their household works, and the poor laborers face lot of challenges in earning income to run their families. And groundnut, how they will plug the groundnut from the field, and this is a field of a groundnut, and here how the women are engaged in the plugging the groundnut from the field, and here the how a farmer is spraying a fertilizer. And let's see a contract farming. In some farmers have tried to get rid of these problems by entering into contract with companies for production and supply of some special crops. It means whatever company needed, the farmers are cultivating only those crops like palm oil, paddy, amla, maize, groundnut, soybean, cotton, chili and cucumber. And in contract farming, companies advise farmers to follow specific farming practice and also provide financial support. They buy the harvest at predetermined prices and pay the farmers after deducting the input cost. The companies use the produce as a raw material. Whatever produced by the farmers, they will use as the raw materials, and they make their own products like chips or tomato sauce or medicine. And otherwise some companies some contractors they will directly sell those produce to the companies as well, and they will directly export the countries or the companies, and they will export those directly to the other countries also. And this is a paddy field, and this is how they are spraying pesticides. This is a picture of a Venkatapuram village. Here how they are growing commercial crops in field, and this is a small farmers of Telangana. Now let's see the conversation with a big farmer. Okay. When the writer was talking with Ravi, writer found a tiled house in front of which there was a tractor with loads of harvested groundnut. His name was Ramu. Writer asked about his farming experience, but Ramu said that he is a small farmer. If he wants to know about the farming in Venkatapuram, he should ask big farmers, that is Vijay Kumar. In Venkatapuram, Vijay Kumar is a big farmer, and the tractor also belongs to the Vijay Kumar. And he works for him in supplying water to his fields, and also as a driver because he know driving. And also he has borrowed money from him for digging borewell. And Vijay Kumar is a big farmer in the village. He will give money to the small farmers as well, so on as a loan. So Ramu dig the borewell up to 500 feet, but there was no water. Since there was no water in the borewell, so he has to just give up farming, and water is available only in the month of Kharif season, and that's why he will do cultivation in his fields only for 3 months, and remaining months he works for Vijay Kumar, that is the big farmer in Venkatapuram. Then Ramu took the writer out to the Vijay Kumar's house. He has 25 acres of land, means Vijay Kumar having 25 acres of land, whereas Ramu has only 2 acres of land, and with 3 borewells. In 25 acres of land, he is also having 3 borewells. His house was a big compound walled inside, and writer saw so many things in his house, like paddy harvester, all the farming tools, and laborers are doing work and unloading harvested groundnut, and 10 to 15 women plugging pots. Then after seeing all this, the writer asked him when he will sell the groundnut. So Vijay Kumar said after drying, so that the traders pay him the higher price. And he is also having a paddy field, and we know for paddy, the paddy field requires a more amount of water. Village tanker was in his command, and if he is also having farm machines and 20 Murrah buffaloes. He sells milk too, and having fertilizer shop in the village also. And after seeing the conversation between the writer and the Vijay Kumar, his father also joins the conversation, and he tells in his times they used to apply only small amount of fertilizers and pesticides, and there was a stable ground water. And whereas nowadays as they are using harvester and threshers and heavy doses of fertilizers and pesticides, and digging so much of borewells, there is a decrease in the water, and in the groundwater, and also there is a failure of crops. If the pesticides or fertilizers are they will spray in higher or in lower amount, so there may be a chances of failure of crops. But in his time he did not saw any failure of crops, and the production of ragi, jawar and maize has declined, and cash crops has grown like cotton, sugarcane, turmeric, chilies. And let's see the agriculture in Telangana. Over the years, agriculture in Telangana has changed. Even though paddy continues to be the main crop, other food crops like ragi, jawar and maize have declined and have been replaced by cash crops like sugarcane, groundnut, turmeric, chilies, etc. All these crops need investment in the form of seeds, water, fertilizers, pesticides, etc., for which the farmers have to take loans. A few decades ago, most of the farmers depended upon tanks and canals to irrigate their lands. Now more than half of the land in Telangana depends on borewells. This has resulted in the depletion of groundwater levels and increased dependence on rainfall. All this has made small farmers vulnerable to crop failure. Consequently, they are unable to repay their loans. Many of them are forced to sell their lands and migrate to towns as laborers. Today, 4 out of 5 small farmers are facing these adverse conditions. On the other hand, big farmers benefit from the new equipment and the growing market for agricultural produce. They have now diversified their investment into setting up dairy farms, poultry farms, shops, schools, money lending, etc. Agricultural laborers are not getting enough work and their wages are not rising. Government employment scheme provides relief only for a few days in a year. So they are migrating to other villages.